Most guys spend years in the gym busting their backs and still look the same. And today I'm going to show you exactly why. Welcome back to the channel. Let's get straight into it. Let me ask you something brutally honest. You wake up early, you drag yourself to the gym, you lift heavy, you sweat, you suffer through every rep. And yet, 6 months later, you pull up your shirt in the mirror and think, where is the muscle? Where is the progress? Where are the results you were promised? You are not alone. Thousands of men across the UK and the USA are making the exact same mistakes, week after week, month after month, and nobody is stopping them. Not their gym buddies. Not the trainer standing at the front desk. Not the random fitness influencer telling them to just be consistent. Nobody. And that's exactly what this video is about. Today, we are breaking down the 5 biggest muscle-building mistakes that are literally keeping you small. The ones that are silently destroying your progress every single time you step foot inside that gym. Now here's what makes this different from every other fitness video you've watched. We're not talking about minor tweaks. We're not talking about switching your protein shake brand or changing your grip width by 2 inches. We are talking about fundamental, deep-rooted mistakes that go against everything your body actually needs to grow. And most guys, I promise you, are making at least 3 of these right now. So if you are serious, and I mean truly serious, about finally building the body you've been working toward, then do not skip a single second of this video. Because mistake number 3 alone could change everything for you. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's start with mistake number 1. And this one is so common, so widespread, that I can walk into virtually any gym in London, Manchester, New York, or Chicago, and I will spot it within the first 5 minutes of being there. The mistake is this: you are not training with enough intensity. Now before you click off and say, bro, I train hard, I go heavy every session. Hear me out, because intensity does not mean what most people think it means. Intensity is not about how much noise you make in the gym. It is not about how many pre-workout scoops you throw down before your session. It is not about screaming at the top of your lungs before a set like you're about to go to war. Real intensity, the kind that actually forces your muscle fibers to break down and rebuild bigger and stronger, is about one thing and one thing only: progressive overload. That means every single week, every single session, you need to be either lifting slightly more weight, doing 1 more rep, or reducing your rest time. Your body needs a reason to grow. And if you keep showing up and lifting the same weight you lifted 3 months ago, your body has absolutely 0 reason to add a single ounce of new muscle. Think about it this way. Your muscles are incredibly smart and incredibly lazy at the same time. They will only grow if they are forced to adapt to a demand that is greater than what they have already handled before. The moment you stop increasing that demand, the moment you get comfortable, your progress flatlines completely. Here is what I want you to do starting from your very next session. Grab a notebook or open the Notes app on your phone and write down every single exercise, every set, every rep, and every weight you lift. Then next session, your only goal is to beat at least 1 number on that list. Just 1. That small habit alone will put you ahead of 90% of the guys training in your gym right now. Okay, so now let's talk about mistake number 2. And this one is going to hurt a little because it hits close to home for almost every single person watching this video right now. And that mistake is, you are completely destroying your progress in the kitchen. Listen, I know you have heard the phrase, abs are made in the kitchen, about 1,000 times. But I am not just talking about abs. I am talking about every single muscle on your entire body. Your biceps are made in the kitchen. Your chest is made in the kitchen. Your shoulders, your back, your legs. All of it starts with what you put on your plate. And if you are getting this wrong, it does not matter how perfectly you train, because your body will never have the raw materials it needs to actually build new muscle tissue. So let's break this down simply and clearly. When you train, you are not actually building muscle inside the gym. What you are doing inside the gym is breaking your muscle fibers down, creating tiny tears and damage throughout the tissue. The actual building, the actual growth, happens outside the gym. It happens when you rest, when you sleep, and most importantly, when you eat. Your body uses the nutrients from your food to repair those damaged fibers and rebuild them thicker and stronger than they were before. No nutrients, no repair. No repair, no growth. It really is that simple. Now, the biggest nutritional mistake I see guys making is not eating enough protein. Protein is the single most important macronutrient for muscle growth because it contains amino acids, And amino acids are literally the building blocks your body uses to construct new muscle tissue. Without enough protein coming in daily, your body cannot complete the repair process no matter how hard you trained. So how much protein do you actually need? The research is very clear on this. If you are serious about building muscle, you need to be consuming somewhere between 0.7 and 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight every single day. So if you weigh 180 pounds, you need between 126 and 180 grams of protein daily, consistently, not just on training days, every single day of the week. And before you say, that sounds like a lot, it genuinely is not as difficult as it sounds once you build the habit. Chicken breast, eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, lean beef, fish, protein shakes. These foods make hitting your protein target very manageable. The problem is most guys are not even tracking it, which means they have absolutely no idea how far off they actually are. Now we have arrived at mistake number 3, and I promised you earlier this one would change everything. So pay very close attention right now. The mistake is, you are not sleeping enough, and you are chronically stressed. And before you brush this off as basic advice, let me explain exactly why this is silently killing your gains more than almost anything else. When you sleep, your body releases something called human growth hormone, HGH. This is the most powerful muscle-building hormone your body naturally produces. And here is the critical part. The majority of your HGH is released specifically during deep sleep, not during your workout, not during your meal, while you are sleeping. So if you are averaging 5 or 6 hours a night, you are literally cutting off your body's most powerful muscle-building tool before it even gets the chance to work properly. The research is extremely clear on this. Athletes who sleep 8 to 9 hours a night build significantly more muscle and lose significantly more fat than those sleeping under 7 hours, even when their training and nutrition are identical. Same gym program, same diet, more sleep, dramatically better results. And stress works against you in a very similar way. High stress raises your cortisol levels, and cortisol is essentially the enemy of muscle growth. It breaks down muscle tissue and encourages your body to store fat instead. So if your life outside the gym is constantly overwhelming and stressful, your body is fighting against every rep you put in. Fix your sleep. Manage your stress. Your muscles will thank you immediately. All right, mistake number 4, and this one is extremely common, especially among beginners. You are skipping compound movements and wasting time on isolation exercises. Let me explain exactly what I mean. Walk into any gym and you will see guys spending 45 minutes curling dumbbells, doing cable flies, and isolating every tiny muscle individually. And then they wonder why they are not growing. Here is the truth. Isolation exercises have their place, but they should never be the foundation of your program. Compound movements are exercises that work multiple muscle groups simultaneously. Squats, deadlifts, bench press, overhead press, barbell rows. These are the movements that trigger the most muscle fibers, release the most testosterone and growth hormone naturally, and burn the most calories all at the same time. These are the exercises that built every legendary physique you have ever admired. The rule is simple. Build your entire workout around compound movements first. Spend 80% of your energy on squats, deadlifts, presses, and rows. Then use the remaining 20% on isolation work to target specific areas. That single shift in your program structure will produce more results in 8 weeks than the last year of your current training combined. Stop skipping the hard movements because they are uncomfortable. The uncomfortable exercises are uncomfortable for a reason. They work. And finally, mistake number 5, the last one, and honestly one of the most underrated mistakes in the entire fitness world. You have no structured program, and you are just winging it every session. This is called gym bro programming, and it is absolutely everywhere. You show up, you look around, you do whatever machine is free, you throw in some exercises that feel right that day, and you leave. No structure, no plan, no progression, just vibes. And here is why that completely destroys your results. Muscle growth requires consistency and structure over a long period of time. Your body needs to be exposed to the same movement patterns repeatedly and progressively to actually adapt and grow. When you change exercises randomly every session, your body never gets the chance to master the movement, never gets pushed hard enough on that specific pattern, and therefore never fully develops that muscle. Successful bodybuilders do not guess. They follow a structured plan, the same core exercises, week after week, progressively getting stronger on each one. That repetition and progression is exactly what forces the body to grow. So if you do not currently have a structured program, that is your number one priority starting today. Pick a proven program. Follow it consistently for at least 12 weeks and watch what happens to your body. All right, so let's quickly recap everything we have covered today because I want these 5 mistakes burned into your memory permanently. Mistake number 1. You are not training with enough intensity. You are not progressively overloading your muscles and giving them a real reason to grow. Fix it by tracking every single session and beating at least one number every time you show up. Mistake number 2. You are sabotaging your results in the kitchen. You are not eating enough protein, and your body simply does not have the raw materials it needs to repair and rebuild your muscle tissue. Fix it by hitting your protein target every single day without exception. Mistake number 3. You are sleeping poorly and living in a constant state of stress. Your growth hormone is being suppressed, and your cortisol is through the roof. Fix it by prioritizing 8 hours of quality sleep every night and actively managing your stress levels daily. Mistake number 4. You are avoiding compound movements and building your entire program around isolation exercises. Fix it by making squats, deadlifts, bench press, and rows the absolute foundation of every single workout you do. And mistake number 5. You have no structured program and you are winging every session. Fix it by committing to a proven program for a minimum of 12 weeks and following it with complete discipline. 5 mistakes, 5 fixes. And if you apply even 3 of these starting from your very next gym session, I promise you that you will see a noticeable difference within the first 4 weeks. Now, before we wrap up, I want to say something important, something that goes beyond sets and reps and protein grams. Building your body is not just about looking good. It is about proving something to yourself. Every single time you walk into that gym, you are making a choice that the majority of people around you are not willing to make. You are choosing discipline over comfort. You are choosing long-term results over short-term laziness. And that says something incredibly powerful about who you are as a person. But here is what I need you to understand. Hard work alone is never enough. Direction matters. Strategy matters. Because you can work incredibly hard in the completely wrong direction and get absolutely nowhere. And that is exactly what these 5 mistakes represent. Misdirected effort. Energy being poured into a leaking bucket. So from today, I want you to work smart and work hard at the same time. Fix these mistakes one by one. Be patient with yourself because real muscle takes real time. There are no shortcuts, there are no magic supplements, and there is no secret exercise that nobody told you about. There is only consistency, progressive overload, proper nutrition, quality sleep, and a solid structured program, executed week after week after week. The guys with the best physiques you have ever seen did not get there because they had better genetics than you or more time than you. They got there because they stopped making these exact mistakes and committed fully to the fundamentals. And now so can you. Now I want to ask you something directly, and I want you to be completely honest with yourself when you answer this. How many of these 5 mistakes are you currently making right now? 1, 2, maybe all 5. Drop your number honestly in the comments below because I read every single comment on this channel and I want to know exactly where you are in your journey right now. Your answer might also help someone else in the comments who is going through the exact same struggle. So do not be shy. Drop that number down below. And if this video gave you even one thing that you did not know before, one idea, one fix, one moment where you thought, okay, that actually makes sense, then please hit that like button right now. It takes literally 2 seconds, and it helps this video reach more people who are making these exact same mistakes and have absolutely no idea why they are not growing. If you are new here and you want to keep learning the right way to build your body without wasting years going in the wrong direction, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Every single week, I put out content specifically designed to help everyday guys in the UK and USA build real muscle, cut through all the noise, and finally start seeing the results they deserve. And if you want to go even deeper, I have a complete step-by-step beginner bodybuilding program linked in the description below. Thousands of guys have already used it, and the results speak for themselves. Go check it out after this video. But right now, stay right here. Because in the next video, I am going to show you exactly how to build a workout program from complete scratch. Alright, and that brings us to the end of today's video. And honestly, I hope this was the wake-up call that you needed to finally start approaching your training the right way. Because here is the reality. Most people will watch this video, nod their heads, feel motivated for about 24 hours, and then go right back to making the exact same mistakes tomorrow. Do not be that person. Be the 1% who actually takes what they learned today and immediately applies it to their very next session. Write down these 5 mistakes. Stick them on your wall. Put them in your phone notes. Whatever it takes to keep them front of mind every single time you walk through those gym doors. Because awareness alone is not enough. Action is what separates the people who transform their bodies from the people who spend years spinning their wheels and going absolutely nowhere. Your body is capable of so much more than you think. You are capable of so much more than you think. The only thing standing between you and the physique you want is the decision to stop making these mistakes and start doing the right things consistently every single day. So make that decision today. Not tomorrow. Not Monday. Today. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. It genuinely means everything to me, and I will see you in the next one. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and drop your number in the comments. Let's build together. See you next time.